In our interest of trying to pursue the protection of public funds in Homabay, when the county government moved to construct the headquarters in the land that was meant for the construction of animal feeds in Homabay at Arujo, we sought the information from the county government as to where the funding is coming from and as to whether the land was actually cleared or otherwise the use changed from the construction of animal feeds factory to the county headquarters. The report that was submitted to us was in relation to the environs of the airport, and that which was given and which was not public participation in respect of the construction of the headquarter. The procedure of constructing a county headquarter is well stipulated, and it requires a proper public participation as well as approval by the national government in respect of the same. But in this, it was hurriedly done. The main reason was Gladys Wanga and her government had realized that the current place where they are occupying as their headquarters is EGPAF House, which was built in collaboration with the Homabay County government, of which EGPAF had given them notice of quitting. And therefore, they have no option because it was a PR-based project which they took over and made a lot of noise about her having put up the headquarters. She didn't want to look stupid. Instead, she even became worse than being stupid by making the county executive approve the construction of the headquarters on land which has actually been set aside for the construction of a factory without public participation and even without budgetary allocation. Basically, the budget for the construction of headquarters should be presented by the cabinet to the parliament, to the county assembly, and such should be approved by the national government, allowing them to have a conditional grant or otherwise a loan from any financial institution and cannot be from the pensions fund. Their demand, their taking of money from the pensions fund in a way of a loan is violation of law and has been given by the PS of Finance, Mr. Kipto. It is clear that our county funds amounting to 820 million was misappropriated, misallocated, and even the cabinet approval was not to the tune of 820 million. The cabinet approved 420 million. The big question is, how did it even go into 800 million? I want to tell our people of Homabay, we are not only making noise, we are taking action. We wrote to the Ministry of Finance, and the letter we have circulated is a report or a reply given to us, and now it is very clear from the Ministry of Finance at the Treasury that our funds were misallocated and the borrowing of the loan was unconstitutional, and that the process of procuring or otherwise doing the construction of the headquarters is fully flawed and in fact clearly unconstitutional. Now, the big question we are asking the county government, up to when shall you be doing things haphazardly without following the law? The other day you just decided to name roads within the town without following the law, an act which was passed by your own county assembly. You violate it openly and name names of the streets without public participation. The law is very clear, as passed by the Senate and now passed by your county assembly, that the names must be proposed in terms of three of them per road. And then the governor is supposed to select from one of them. And those minutes of such selection must be taken to the county assembly for the final approval. That was not done. Nothing is being done according to the law in Homabay County. Nothing is being done for the interest of the people of Homabay County. Everything is done for the interest of Governor Gladys Wanga and her henchmen and friends. We are not going to tolerate any such. As a people, we are going to demand what belongs to us in terms of law and in terms of resources, justification of any action taken by our administrative officers led by the governor. As a people, we got shocked when Homabay County was listed, one of the counties which has got the highest level of corruption, where each person in Homabay County paid at least 18,000 to have certain services to them. Now, our people have to pay for services, and the resources which are available are being stolen by the governor. If we are told that the county headquarters was supposed to be built at 420 million, and the report tells us that they borrowed 820 million, purpose of which they were to get some money to steal. Now they are trying to convince the president to come and open an office which has been built on the land that belongs to the for the agricultural department under the construction of animal feeds, and it is supposed to be used according to the instructions given by the community and not according to the whims of governor. We are now proceeding to court. We are going to, because initially we went to court to stop the process They bribed the judge and they pretended that the judge was sick. Every time we went to look for the orders, we were told that the judge was sick, while all the matters that were before the same judge were transferred to Nyamira court, and the court gave all directions which were necessary. Why was our case not transferred to Nyamira? And is it a conspiracy between the county government and the judiciary acting in Homabay and or Homabay County or Nyanza region? We are not going to tolerate any nonsense from anybody, one of whom is Gladys Wanga and anyone working around her. I am going to tell you, and the next thing I'm going to tell you is that there are particular companies whose names of the directors are exact names of the relatives and friends of Gladys Wanga. If Gladys will not act by the law in respect and interest of the people of Homabay, we are not only going to talk political removal, but we will also look for constitutional removal, because she has hijacked the county assembly. She has taken over the county assembly, and the county assembly can do nothing. The Senate is not serving us right, because Moses Kajwang, as a senator, is aware of this nonsense going on within the county. We try to petition the Senate, they tell us to go and petition the county assembly. Now we are going to petition straight away to the Senate. If they don't act in respect of what we want, then the people will act on their own. This one is going to the beginning of the bigger war that must be fought for the interest of protecting our county. And we are not going to relent, neither shall we tolerate any argument or any unnecessary delays from any sector of government. Our money is getting lost on a daily basis in the hands of a few individuals, family members and friends of Governor Gladys Wanga, and they are taking it with a lot of impunity, with a lot of disregard to the law, and with a lot of disregard to the interest of the people who gave them that mandate via the Constitution. We will use the Constitution accordingly for the interest of the people. Article 1 will have to apply if other articles in law have failed.